Over to Lenny.
I guess that's all. Okay. Put me behind the table. Isn't that ridiculous? Where's my book? I had a book. Did I have a book? Oh, thank you, Avi. Avi Liran. Namaste. You remember Avi Liran, and he gave his talk on delight? Yes. What were the things that he said on the application? You remember something about 6 or 7 points? Can you name it? Appreciation? Kindness? Playfulness? Yeah? Why do I bring this up? Because the moment I came to Chennai, India, that's exactly what I felt. This place is so loving and so kind, and people are so much there for you to support you. And after coming from Dubai, this place is a steam bath of love. And I felt so much at home. It reminds me when my wife first she wasn't my wife then, but she took me to her family in Jerusalem, and that's exactly how they behaved to me. The care they gave to me, the love they gave to me. Chennai, India gave it to me. You give it to me. I love you back. Thank you so much. I'm not Bill Gates. I'm Lenny Ravich. And I celebrated my 86th birthday in July. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to get applause for staying alive. Would you like to know what it feels like to be 86? Anybody? Would you like to know? You want to know? Okay. Watch an action film. At the end of the action film, the hero gets a bullet wound in his stomach and a bullet wound in his shoulder. He's got a knife sticking out of his chest. But he's got to make it to the burning house to save his wife. This is me at 3 o'clock in the morning on the way to the toilet. That's what it feels like. I live in Tel Aviv, Israel, with my wife of 57 years. And I'm still in love with the same woman for 57 years. And if my wife ever finds out who that woman is, I'm going to be in real deep trouble. And people ask me, what is the secret of such a long marriage? And I always tell them it's from the greatest emotion in the world: fear. I'm not kidding. She's afraid to be alone, and I'm afraid of her. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. Now, there's a gentleman among us who is one of the most courageous people I've ever met. How much bravery does it take to invite an 86-year-old Peter Pan all the way from Tel Aviv to come to Chennai to give a keynote and expect him to finish it? And that's why I think I have to rush through the program to make sure that I get to the end before the end gets to me. And that gentleman is Vinay. Vinay, thank you so much. There is a lady among us who I've had more contact with than I've had with my own wife watch out, for the last month, and that's not easy. Esther, where are you? Esther, thank you for all the support. You are amazing, amazing, amazing. And to a gentleman that drives me crazy every day, and I drive him crazy every other day, my loving partner, deliveringdelight.com, Avi. Where is Avi? There you are. Okay. Great. So, how many of you, who of you, which one of you has a message that you need to get out into the world? Raise your hand. Let me see. You have a message to get out into the world. It's crazy. You got to get it out there. Okay, that's why I'm here. My purpose today is to raise your awareness about the special signature talent that you have that you can incorporate into your work, whether it's speaking, writing, workshops, so that you can engage your audience with a special value of entertainment. What is your special talent? I have the names here of two people who appeared on the stage. You tell me what their special talents were. Mine is humor and storytelling. Janaki Sabish, what was her talent? And did she sing? Yes. Singing. Joyanti Sandal? Dance. She gave you a message as she danced. You've got the same thing. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you're going to discover it today. You better discover it because I'm going to ask you at the end what it is. See, I'm going to tell you a story. And this story is about how my mother, with one sentence, gave me the greatest gift I've ever had in my life. Because of the gift that she gave me, I'm here today. I'm going to take you back to a place called Hartford, Connecticut, which is in the United States, up north on the East Coast on the Atlantic Ocean. Freezing in the winter, sweltering in the summer. It was in the 50s. You don't remember the 50s. Some of you might remember the 50s. But there was a very famous American singer. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. You know who that is? Frank Sinatra. 2 years from that time, there'll be another singer who brings to the world rock and roll. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready and go, kid, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let me entertain you. Okay. I was in the 7th and 8th grade. In the United States, they call it 7th and 8th grade. I was put into a special education class because I was considered disturbed. What was the diagnosis? Overly joyous. By the way, I completely forgot. If there's any moment during this presentation that you lose your attention or you are not engaged, take out your cell phones and start texting. This way I'll know where the energy is dropping, okay? Special education class, I was considered disturbed. I couldn't read very well. I couldn't understand the material. So I would sit in class and I would draw. That's all I could do was draw. But I would draw war. Okay, and war, you have to have colors and you have to have sounds. Sometimes music. I look up and I see the kids in class looking at me and laughing. And when I saw the joy in the classroom, the laughter in the classroom, I said, this is why I came into this world. And I could be the cause of that. But there was one particular woman in class who didn't really agree that I would get more attention than she. Who was that? The teacher. She took my chair. I wish I could get up and I have to sit a lot because I have what is called, my doctor told me I have spinal stenosis. And I said, what is that? He said, old fart. Okay. So she took my chair and she put it against the wall. And she said, Leonard, you sit there. The class will sit there. I was in heaven as long as the kids were laughing with me. Now I'm in hell because the kids are laughing at me. I don't like being in hell. So where's heaven? Where's hell? Here. I choose from here where I want to be. So heaven for me was peanut butter and crackers. I loved it. But I don't have any. But I have an imagination, and I can imagine that jar of peanut butter. I can feel the weight. I try to open it, and I can smell and recreate the smell of peanut butter. Can you smell it? Can you recreate that smell? Come on. I take a knife, a butter knife, put it in. Take out the peanut butter. Take a cracker, very gently. Put the peanut butter on the cracker and see if I can recreate the taste. Excuse me. I did it. I could recreate the taste and the feeling of the peanut butter and crackers. I was so happy I made another one and another one and another one until one day I noticed that my teacher was looking at me. And she was looking at me as if she was looking at a classic disturbed child. And I didn't want to disappoint her. So I went like this, excuse me. Would you like one? Called up my mother. My mother came to school. They came to the conclusion that I have to see a social worker. Amazing woman. But it only lasted 1 week. Why was she amazing? She used to call me God. Every time I came to her office, she would say, oh my God, it's you again. I went to my friends. I said, she calls me God. Come on. I said, come with me. I brought the entire clan over to her office, knocked on the door. She opens it up and she says, holy Moses. I said, that's not fair. Yesterday I was God. Oh my God. She writes in her records, this child, moi, is running away from reality by using his humor. He'll never amount to anything if he doesn't get serious. So my mother was called to school again to see a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and then a psychiatrist. But again and again, my mother came to school. Till the last day of school, I got my report card. And I was devastated. I failed everything except 2 subjects. Choir and physical education. I passed. The rest was failure. You don't know how I felt. You have no idea. I had this heavy cloud, this lump in my stomach. I put the report card in my pocket. And I went home to face my mother. I contemplated suicide. Would you believe that at the age of 13, 14, to think about killing myself instead of showing my mother the report card? Fortunately, I thought about it, but I didn't act on it. And I got home. My mother saw me sitting there, and she said, okay, let me see it. And I took it out of my back pocket, and I gave it to her. She looks at the report card, and she goes, this report card is mine. What? I deserve this report card more than you. I'm in school more than you are. She cracked me up. In the middle of my depression, my tension, my fear, my anxiety, she made me laugh. And she had me bond with her forever. Such a great gift at that moment to laugh at myself. It was like so pure. It was like so healing. And that moment I realized that to laugh at myself is the closest thing to a prayer. And I wanted to bring that to the world. So I brought it to my next generation. I have children and grandchildren. They're laughing all the time. My son, when he was 14 years old, stole my car, which is nothing new because it's a tradition in my family. I stole my father's car. And I'm sure my father stole his father's horse. I'm embarrassed to say that I had a piece of junk, 12-year-old beat-up Ford. That's all I could afford at that time. And I put the keys on the table, went to sleep. My son comes, takes the keys, picks up all his friends. They go for a joyride, till they come to the police barrier. The police stopped, and his friend says, Nati, you don't have a license. Put the pedal to the metal. Let's get out of here. So my son floors it. They went right by the barrier, the police barrier. The police give chase. They catch up with him, pull him out of the car, put him on handcuffs, bring him to the jail. I got a call in the middle of the night, Mr. Ravich. Your son is in prison, jail. I go to the detention where he was, and I asked for permission. I asked for permission to see him. I saw him through the bars. I saw myself. I saw the dejected, embarrassed, humiliated kid. I put my head towards the bars. I said, Nati, aren't you ashamed of yourself? Who gives a car chase in a beat-up 12-year-old piece of junk? Don't you have any honor? You're not coming home until you steal a Mercedes. Again, we bonded. He laughed. The pureness, the healing, the closest thing to a prayer. Now, I know some of you might remember this story because it was the most valuable thing, but I want to give you that most valuable gift my mother gave to me. And I want to know if you are ready to learn right now how to laugh at yourself. If you are, raise your hand and say, yes. Yes. Thank you. Now, I'm going to teach you to laugh at yourself, and you're going to laugh for 1 minute, all of you. If you don't, no supper. After the minute, I'm going to sing a song, and you can sing with me. invite you to sing with me. That's the way, I like it, That's one time. That's the way, I like it, 2 times. The third time, that's the way, I like it. You get up and you say, yeah! I think. Okay. So those who are ready to learn to laugh at yourselves, raise your finger to the ceiling. I want to see you. Okay, great. Now put your finger about 2 inches from your chest and do this. Now, smile. Let me see your teeth. Even if you don't feel like it and you smile, you change the chemistry in your body. I think. Now, when I count to 3, you're going to go like this. You're going to laugh. I invite you to laugh. You go like this. 1, 2, 3, and. That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it, That's the way I like it. Yeah! Take a nice deep breath. Avi would say a flower, put a flower in your nose. Take the deepest breath you can right now. And say, ah. Take a very deep breath. Smell the flower. Ah. All you have to do is breathe like that, and you lower your blood pressure. I know I've done it every time I go to get my blood pressure tested. I go, ah. Okay, you lower the stress levels in your life. Okay? Now, take another deep breath. Say, ah, ah. You're wonderful. Thank you very much. Now, in my experience, you're likely to remember this longer, not because I told you the story only. Some people will, but you experienced it. You're getting the point? You experienced it. Now, I'm going to give you 20 seconds to find a partner or 2 partners or 3 partners. I'll give you 20 seconds. Can you have a little, I'll sing to you. They're busy. So when I count to 3, you have 20 seconds to find a partner, 2 partners, or 3 partners. Partner, and then you can shake hands if you'd like, if you have time through the 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Find a partner right now. Or 2 partners, or 3 partners. Shake hands. Find a partner. You got a partner? 5. That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it. Yeah! Okay, sit opposite your partner. Look into your partner's eyes. Sit up or stand up. If you'd rather stand, that's a good idea. Either stand or look. Okay. Now, put your finger in the air. Put your fingers in the air. Put your fingers on your near your chest, 2 inches. Do this. Look at your partner. Look at your partner. Smile. Smile at your partner. When I count to 3, you're going to laugh at yourself with your partner or partners for 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, and. That's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it. Yeah! Nice deep breath. As deep as you can. Ah. As deep as you can. Ah. As deep as you can. Ah. If you feel better now than you did 5 minutes ago, raise your hand and say, yes! Yes! You're wonderful. I give you the gift that my mother gave me. To laugh at yourself is the highest form of humor. And I've been a Gestalt therapist for 27 years, and I know in my heart of hearts that when my clients begin to just think about laughing at themselves, they just might be on the way to healing. To laugh at yourself is healing. In 1950, my family received our first television set. It was not affordable before 1950. It was black and white, and the broadcasts, whether they were drama or comedy, were sent to your home, broadcast to your home live. There was no recording. And I remember watching a show that till this day I'm so impressed with a comedian by the name of Sid Caesar. Anybody hear of Sid Caesar? If you have a chance, look him up on YouTube. He's amazing. What I loved about him was he was so totally in the present, in the here and now. He could so connect with another person because he was so focused in being in the here and now. And that's something that speakers, authors, people who facilitate workshops need the most. To just be present, get out of your mind, into your body. Feel your body, what it's feeling now. He did it. He could actually focus so much that he could become the person that he was opposite. He could mirror that person and pick up the speed of his speech and the accent. My question is, would you like a demonstration of that right now? Raise your hand and say, yes. Yes! Okay. Since you've been so nice, we're going to have a demonstration of what it means to be so focused and mirroring and such empathy. We all need that, not only as human beings on the stage or off the stage, but in our lives in general. I want to ask you, who in this audience speaks a language other than English or the language of this country, not Hindi or something? What language do you speak? Hindi. No, it is Sindhi. S-I-N. I don't know what that is. It's a different language. But not from this country. You know, something like French, no. Spanish, Italian, yes? Malay. Malays? Okay, yes? Russian. You speak Russian. Okay, we have another language. Yes? German. Another language? Yes? Spanish. Malaysian sounds very romantic. What is your name? Stephen? S-I-V-A. Siva. Siva, would you come here, please? Let's have a nice round of applause for Siva. Come on, give it up! Give it up! Siva, thank you. Thank you. You want to sit down or you rather stand up? Stand up? I have to sit. Is it okay? No, it's okay. You don't mind if I sit. First of all, you have a lovely smile. You're a very handsome man. Watch out. Thank you for coming up. How do you feel? Really? That surprises me. I'll tell you why it surprised me. They had a research. There was a research done. What is the scariest thing to human beings? And they thought it was what? They thought it was the fear of death. Yeah, fear of death was number 2. Number 1 fear, public speaking. So the next time you go to a funeral, the person who's giving the eulogy would rather be in the grave. So let's have a nice round of applause for Sivan, who is dealing with death. Sivan,
Yes.
I promised the audience that you and I would be in such focus that we would forget everything. Okay? We would just be in our bodies in the here and now, present for each other. They are going to give us an improvisation. You know what improvisation? Like you're going to be my boss and I work for you, or you're going to be my husband and I'm your wife or brother, whatever it is. Whatever you decide, and then you give us a conflict. And then we're going to do it in Malaysian. You know why? Because I don't know Malaysian. But I'm going to be so focused on you that I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to use it, but it's not Malaysian. You're not going to understand it. But you're going to answer me as if you do understand. With all the focus, as if you understand every word. And I'm going to answer you as if I understand you, like me and my wife. Okay. And let's ask the audience afterwards what their reaction was. You agree to that, Sivan? Sure. So who are we and what is our conflict? Yes.
Employer-employee.
Of who?
He's the boss.
Yes.
I like this.
Employee
Okay.
who's been taking frequently leave of
He's being laid off.
He's being laid off.
I'm being laid off?
Yes. And you want to get
Wait a minute, I don't know about it. He comes to tell me?
exactly.
He's going to, okay.
So I'm the boss, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I love this.
Okay, so when I say action, you come in. You're my boss. You have to lay me off. Is there any reason he's laying me off? Because
All that he's going to tell you.
he's going to tell me. Okay. Oh, you're good. No. You're good. You're good. You're good. I like that. I hire you. You're my director. That's it. That's good. Did you hear what he said? He's not giving me the answer. I got to find out from him in Malay. I'm going to get you afterwards. Okay. Okay, so you have to fire me. I don't know why. I'm in my office. Okay, act 1, scene 1, take 1, action.
Lenny,
Huh?
saya ada berita baik. Awak sudah diberhentikan.
Jadi belum macam mana ni? Ini boleh macam mana?
Memang awak kena berhenti. Kita dah tak perlu awak.
要从外面查的呢。
Memang tak sesuai.
Oh, 这些不懂你可不查。
Tapi awak terlalu muda.
Kalau potong ni kata nak apa? Kita kau cerita apa?
Nanti cari makan cara lain.
Oh, sebentar kalau kau potong kau tu kau pasal kita nak tu posisi kita boleh kasi kita pasal kita bukan kata. Cuma tu kasi betul macam posisi boleh kata. Jangan muni jadi kata posisi bukan itu.
Okey. Minum air, itu pintu. Keluar.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Sivan. Sivan, you were great. How was he? Come on. Give it up. Sivan, you were so wonderful. Did you all get the sticker, by the way? Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute. This is my book. It's called Everlasting Optimism. I want you to have this as a gift. You're wonderful. Come to me afterwards. I want to give you an autograph. Okay? Can I have a hug?
He dropped the mic.
He does. Thank you. Okay.
This is solving the wrong problem.
1 page a day, Sivan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's have a nice round of applause. Come on. I'm going to ask you what you saw here. Two people who did not understand each other, but there was something going on. It's called the between with people. It's not logical. It's something from the heart that you understand if you really want to without understanding the language. Before that, I completely forgot that you got this sticker, I won the sperm race. So I have to stop just one moment and tell you why I gave it to you. Because you're all winners. You all won the sperm race. There were millions of sperm all trying to get to the same egg. But you wouldn't give up, would you? Sorry that so many of your brothers and sisters died along the way. But you won the sperm race. Let's have a nice round of applause for all the winners sitting in this room. I don't even know how much time I got left. Do I have any time left? 5? 5? Okay. 5? Okay. In that 5 minutes, and we only have just 1 or 2 people react. What did you get from this? I told you about this actor that was so totally in the here and now, so totally immersed in someone else, so empathic, and that's what we all need to get our message across. The first question I asked you, who has a message that they have to get out? It's not from here, like Avi said. This goes to the butt. This goes to the heart. Anybody want to say what you got from that scene that we did? Yes. What's your name?
I'm Sushil.
Sushil.
What I very clearly got from here was that
I got 4 minutes left. 3. I got to make it to the end before I die.
okay, thank you. What I clearly got out of this was that language doesn't matter. What matters is understanding each other, and emotions, actions are enough for us to understand and get the message across.
That's beautiful.
And the language is just a tool. It doesn't really matter.
That was beautiful. So it's not the language. It's something
It is a connect.
that connects. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's have a nice round of applause. Since I only have 3 minutes left, I want to invite you all to turn to your partner, the ones that you had as a laughter, and I would like to give you 1 minute, not longer, because I have to go, because according to the time, and just talk about what signature talent you have that you got from today, that you learned about yourself today, that you can make your presentations, your writings, your workshops more engaging with the value of entertaining. 1 minute, discuss your signature talent. All we have is 1 minute. Go. That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it. Yeah! I have 1 minute. In that 1 minute, I want you, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I invite you to do me a favor. It's very important for me, and I'll tell you why it's important. I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to say Tenyavad. Tenyavad in Hindi is thank you. When I say Tenyavad, at the end, not now, at the end, I please invite you all to stand up and give me a standing ovation with whistles and screams and sing to me, that's the way, I like it. Now, wait a minute. This is important because my wife told me, and I'm scared of her, she told me, call me as soon as it's over. I want to find out what's going on in Chennai, and I'm going to tell her this. Sweetheart, you won't believe this. At the end, everybody stood up and gave me a standing ovation with whistles and screamed, yeah, you won't believe it. But they sang to me. That's the way, I like it, And I don't want to lie to her. So don't embarrass me. Just a moment. Okay, wait a minute. Not now. I will tell you when, because I'm the boss here. When I was in school, I was considered disturbed. I'm still disturbed. What is the difference between a disturbed child and a disturbed adult? The disturbed child gets humiliated. The disturbed adult makes tons of money. Tenyavad. Yeah. Woo! That's the way, I like it, That's the way, like it, That's the way, I like it. Yeah! Love you, love you, love you. Thank you.